Islamic history is filled with plethora of examples where some of the greatest enemies of Islam ended becoming the most devout followers of Allah. This is the story of one such man named Balbir Singh, who later came to be known as Muhammad Amir. Balbir was one of the Hindu fanatics involved in the demolition of Babri Mosque back in 1992. However, in a twisting turn of events, he ended up accepting Islam and pledged to build and repair 100 mosques with the help of Allah. A few days back, Brother Amir passed away. In his memory, let's shed some light on his incredible journey to Islam. So to begin with, Balbir Singh was born in a small village near Panipat to Hindu Rajput parents. His father was a schoolteacher and had some deep-rooted beliefs of the Indian freedom icon, Mahatma Gandhi. He had seen the horrors of the partition of the subcontinent, which is why he did his best to make the Muslims in his area feel secure. He wanted Balbir and his three elder brothers to follow in his footsteps. When Balbir returned, his family moved from the village to Panipat for the secondary education of the children. Balbir and his elder brother found the city of Panipat to be particularly hostile. In fact, the only place where Balbir felt welcome and respected was among the RSS groups. Ultimately, Balbir joined a radical outfit of the RSS. 10 years later, everything seemed to be normal to Balbir. He had started working in the family's loom business with his brother, who had gotten married and continued his studies on the side. However, in reality, due to his different political views, a rank bitterness ran through the family which was not visible to the outside eye. Balbir was also frustrated by the lifestyle of Muslims and believed that the Muslims came from outside of India and had snatched their lands and destroyed their temples. In the early 90s, Balbir's hate for Muslims was at its absolute peak. Plus, he felt like he needed to do something manly. Little did he know that what he was going to do would change the course of his life. On the 6th of December 1992, Balbir Singh, along with a mob, set on a mission to annihilate the Babri Mosque in the Indian city, Ayodhya. There were fanatics who volunteered to participate in the destruction of the Babri Mosque. Balbir was the first person to mount the mosque, brandishing a hammer in his hand. After the mosque was pulled down, Balbir and his friend, Yogendra Pal, took away a brick each to keep as a souvenir. Recalling that regretful event, Balbir later said, "I was an animal that day. Only briefly I got scared when a helicopter approached us from a distance. Then the rallying cries from below reached my ears and I felt emboldened again and plunged my pickaxe into the dome." As Balbir and his companion Yogendra Pal returned to Panipat, a hero's welcome awaited them. 2 bricks that they brought were kept at the local Shiv Sena office. However, Balbir's family completely denounced his cowardly act. His father issued an ultimatum. It was either him or Balbir in the house. Balbir later said, "It was either him or me. One of us had to leave the house. And I decided that it would be me. I looked at my wife and she stood there. So I left home alone." As riots erupted across the country in the aftermath of the Balbir Mosque demolition, the next couple of months were some of the toughest ones in Balbir's life. He continuously sought places of refuge where he would be safe from Muslims. He was literally scared of anyone with a beard. Finally, after 2 months, Balbir returned home after the death of his father, but his father didn't accept him. They blamed Balbir for their father's death. To add to that, Balbir was shocked to find out that his close friend and companion in the destruction of Balbir Mosque, Yogendra Pal, had become a Muslim. Balbir went on to meet him and found out that embracing Islam had soothed the mad thoughts and fear of Yogendra following the incident of the mosque's destruction. Yogendra told Balbir about Maulana Kaleem Siddiqui, who had converted him. After 6 months following the Babri Mosque incident, on Yogendra's instance, Balbir traveled to meet with Siddiqui. Balbir went to meet him and told him what he had done. He later recalled, "He told me that I had contributed to the destruction of one mosque, but I could help build several others. There were such simple words. I sat down and began to cry." So reluctantly, Balbir uttered his shahada and became a Muslim. He was given the name Muhammad Amir. After becoming a Muslim, Amir said that he immediately felt better. He vowed to build and repair about 100 mosques. He learned Arabic, read Quran, and even taught at a madrasa. A few months later, Amir reconciled with his family and his wife also entered the fold of Islam. They had 4 children together afterwards. The last we heard, he had built and renovated around 90 mosques along with his colleague, Yogendra Pal. A few days back, it was reported that Muhammad Amir has passed away. The real cause of his death is still under investigation. May Allah grant him the highest rank of Jannah. Having said that, Brother Amir's journey on the road to redemption comes to an end. May Allah forgive his sins and grant him the highest ranks of Jannah.